My friends, this is Dr. B, the best doctor in medicine. 30 plus years of clinical experience at high level in medicine. Today I want to tell you why, starting at the age of 50, just like me, Dr. B, 50 years young, you need to prioritize muscle building over aerobic activity, aerobic physical activity. I am not saying you need to stop doing aerobic physical activity. Absolutely not. But I'm saying you need to prioritize muscle building over aerobic activity starting at the age of 50. And this is the reason why. Actually, these are the reason why. It is very, very important to understand that all the scientific studies have proven that as we age, we lose regularly, starting around the age of 50, muscle mass, especially as our testosterone for men and also for women, even though women have 10 times less testosterone than men for a given age, for the same given age. It is important that you understand that starting the age of 50, your testosterone naturally drops more than when you were younger, right? We start to lose our testosterone pretty much in our 30s and 40s, but suddenly the drop increases once you reach and pass 50. That is the time when you need to do everything you can to maintain and increase your mass of muscle, your muscle mass. And why is that? Because every study has proven that in the advanced age people, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, doesn't matter, for the same given age, two individuals, whether male or female, the one that has more muscle mass will have a better health outcome, better longevity, right? Better fight against diabetes, high blood pressure, blah, blah, blah. The more muscle mass you have as you age, the better your health outcome in terms of longevity and of course health parameters. So having more muscles as we age keeps us healthier. As you age, you have to avoid everything you can to develop what we call sarcopenia of aging, means aging muscle loss. Look at my grandpa, look at my father, look at my mother, look at my grandmother, look at all these people who are elderly people, right? 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, everything is relative. The old age, the term old person is relative, but you get the point. Look at them. Most of them have way more fat than muscle. Actually, most of them do not have much muscle at all because they don't give a cazzo about doing and maintaining their muscle mass by doing what we call weight lifting and weight pushing. Once you reach and pass the age of 50, there's no other way. You need to hit the gym and push weights and lift weights. If you have never done it before, then you need to start. If you have done it before, then you need to do more of that and less aerobic exercises, in addition to increasing the amount of protein in your diet and of course staying away from smoking, alcohol, diabetes, high blood pressure, lack of sleep, and blah, 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 right? I personally, Dr. B, I'm 50 years young. I go to the gym 2 hours a day, no exception, 365 days a year. And what do? I do between half an hour to 45 minutes of aerobic exercise. It's the treadmill or that elliptical, doesn't matter. I just keep my heart rate high. I increase my blood pressure during exercise. I sweat. I increase my metabolism. And half an hour to 45 minutes daily for me, it's absolutely enough. There is absolutely no benefit for me to run more than that and to do more aerobic than that. Now, if you want to run more than that, good for you. If you want to do more aerobic, good for you. But there is no benefit scientifically that you're gonna get compared to somebody who, like me, does his regular cardio half an hour to 45 minutes every day. Studies actually prove that you can do it 1 hour 3 times a week, and it's enough, right? And remember, I posted a video about the dangers of long distance running once you reach the age of 50 or more. There is no point once you have reached the age of 50 or more to engage in this dangerous activity called long distance running, because look at the news every day. People young and especially 50 or above, even young people in their 20s, they suddenly collapse and they die of sudden cardiac arrest and sudden cardiac death in the middle of the long distance race or at the end of it. There is no point, right? I don't understand the need to do any long distance race unless, of course, it's your profession. You want to go run a marathon or a half marathon or a 10K or a triathlon or pentathlon to make it your profession, win a gold medal and become a millionaire and all the sponsorships and blah, blah, blah. But otherwise, if it's just for your health and yourself, why would you do that to yourself? Why would you kill yourself? Why would you engage in such a high-risk activity? Just watch the news every freaking day. Young people, and in their 20s, 30s, 40s, especially after the age of 50, die every day doing half marathon, 10Ks, blah, blah, blah. Just run a 5K and get it over with. There is no point, right? There is no point. There is absolutely no point in doing these long distance races, right? Run a maximum or bike a maximum of 5Ks, and that's it. You're done with it, right? You need to prioritize muscle building, because for the same age, once you get older, the one who will have more muscle mass will be healthier than the one who has less muscle mass, right? So stop running these 10Ks and constantly running and biking because you are skinny, you have no muscle mass. Look at all these marathon runners. Look at all these long distance runners. The guy is 60 years old, right? Has absolutely no muscle mass. He's skin and bone and has a tiny little amount of muscle mass. This is not healthy. What is healthy is a guy like Dr. B who does aerobic exercises every day, or at least do it 3 or 4 times a week, right? Moderate intensity level, right? To keep my cardiovascular system going and healthy. And believe me, my blood pressure is that of a baby. My resting heart rate is at 57. That of a baby, right? No, not that of a baby. Babies have actually higher heart rate, but you get the point. My hemoglobin A1C, my fasting glucose, my cholesterol, my triglyceride, my liver function test, my kidney function test are those of a baby. I'm an expert in medical imaging. I take the ultrasound probe. I check my carotid arteries, no plaques, right? I check my thyroid, normal. I check my heart, my liver, my kidneys, absolutely normal. I put the probe on my belly, no fat under my belly, no fat inside my belly, no visceral fat. I have no love handles. I have no fat in my hips, in my butt, in my belly flat like a board, right? So you don't need to run a 10K or a half marathon or a marathon or bike this super long distance. I don't see the point after the age of 50. Even when you're young, I don't see the point, unless, of course, you want to make it your profession and blah, blah, blah. Just run reasonable distances, right? And then, at the age of 50 and above, prioritize muscle pushing, weight pushing and weight lifting. And remember, walking, just simple walking like my sister does, is not going to do it. Walking is not going to protect you against sarcopenia of aging. As you age, if you lose too much mass, too much muscle mass, like my dad, my mom, my uncle, my grandpa, my grandma, all these family members who are a certain age, it's dangerous for you. All the studies have proven it. Sarcopenia of aging is what you need to avoid. And do not think like my sister that walking half an hour after dinner every night, I mean, it's better than nothing, right? She takes the dog, walks the dog, and my ex-girlfriends too, a lot of them had dogs, right? After dinner, they walk the dog for half an hour, some of them an hour. That is okay, it's better than nothing, but that is not going to prevent sarcopenia of aging. That is not going to build muscle mass. It's not going to prevent also osteoporosis. You need to push and lift weights and make all these muscles that you have, upper body, lower body, trunk, abs, spine, butt, gluteal muscles, right? You need to put them under pressure, under strain. You need to put your bones, your joints under stress, under strain, to make your muscles build more muscle fibers, right? Thanks to the strain that you put them under and your higher protein level, to have good muscle mass, to have your bones stronger, right? If you don't put a bone under physical stress, physical strain, the bone is not going to build more bone tissue. So all the calcium and vitamin D that you take, if you don't put your bones under stress, under strain, it's no point. I mean, it's better than nothing, but it's no point. You need to lift weights, right? To have your joints, whether your knees, your hips, your ankle, your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders become strong, your joints and your of course your bones. A bone will develop osteoporosis, especially in women, if that bone is not put under stress. You will lose your muscle mass if you don't put that muscle under stress. Make sure that you hit the gym and you lift weight and you push weight, but make sure that you do this with reasonable amount of weight. Do not do like these professional athletes, professional bodybuilders, or all these young kids that I see at the gym who are lifting so heavy that these people in a few years they will develop back pain, joint pain, they will develop crippling disorders of the spine and their joints. Just look at these professional bodybuilders. Once they retire, they are all crippled. Many of them have had dozens of spine, joint, and other types of surgeries because of these massive injuries that they have sustained by lifting and pushing this incredible amount of weights during their career. Just look at Ronnie Coleman, who won 8 times the Mr. Olympia competition, right? The bodybuilding competition like Arnold Schwarzenegger. This poor Ronnie Coleman, he's a young man still, but he's in a wheelchair. He's in his 60s, something like that. He's on a wheelchair. He had dozens of surgeries, knee replacement, hip replacement, spinal surgeries, and he's crippled in a wheelchair, right? So don't do that. Don't destroy your joints. There is no point. Do not destroy your health after the age of 50 by running marathon and half marathon on 10Ks, because it's just pointless. There's no more reason to do that anymore. Just run reasonable distances, bike reasonable distances, and put the priority on building muscles so that you retire, so that you get older by maintaining your muscle mass, right? And stay away from stupid anabolizing steroids, because you are killing yourself. You are killing your liver. You are killing your heart. You're going to have a heart attack or a cancer. Just look at all these bodybuilders who die of a heart attack at young age. Look at all these athletes who developed cancer because of abuse of growth hormone and anabolizing steroid. Just keep it natural. Do your aerobic, but then insist more on lifting weight and pushing weights starting at the age of 50, whether you're a man or a woman, and increase the amount of protein in your diet and stay away from nasty anabolizing steroid, and you will, I swear to God, retire and age gracefully. You will be super healthy. You will stay away from cardiovascular diseases, cancer, heart attack, stroke, liver disease, kidney disease, heart failure, liver failure, kidney failure. I swear to God, it costs $0, and you will not destroy your health by doing sports, whether it's weightlifting or running and biking at high level, right? After a certain age, you need to give up. I still don't understand why these 20-year-olds feel that it's such a great achievement to run a marathon or bike a marathon or do a half marathon or a 10Ks. What is the point? Again, unless you want to make it your profession and go into the Olympics and blah, 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 and become a millionaire and get all the sponsorship. But what is the point of running a marathon? Who do you want to show off to, right? I mean, what pride do you get running? Oh, I'm able to do a marathon. Okay, so what? So what? What did you achieve for mankind, for humanity, by being able to run a marathon? I'm not able to run a marathon. Even when I was in my 20s, I was never able to run a marathon. But I was running 5Ks. I was biking 5Ks. I was doing bodybuilding at a reasonable weight amount, right? I was swimming, biking, hiking, weightlifting, reasonably, right? I was never engaging in freaking gymnastics. I was very flexible. I still am very flexible, and I do check my flexibility regularly before I start my cardio and my weightlifting. I was swimming reasonably, right? And I'm a great swimmer. I never, ever played football because of the risk of trauma. Never, ever did freaking boxing because of the risk of trauma. What is the point of doing this kind of sports, even when you're young, if you don't want to make it your profession, right? If you don't want to make it your profession, there's no point in doing that. Just engage in reasonable sports, right? It is very, very important. So starting the age of 50, please keep your aerobic every day or every other day or 3 weeks or 2 times a week, but make sure that at least 2 or 3 times, I do it every day, but at least 2 or 3 times you hit the gym to lift weight and push weight every muscle groups every other day, right? Today you do your upper body, the next day you do your lower body, and then the other day you do your back, your abs. Me, I do abs crunches every day and back every day, no exception. Every day I do spine, my gluteal muscles, and I have a beautiful, cute butt that my ex-girlfriend loved. Nice butt. My legs are beautiful, no fat at all. And I do, of course, crunches, my abs every day. But other muscle groups, my arms and my legs, Every other day, of course, you don't want to exercise your arms and your legs every day, right? You have to give 1 day of rest to these muscle groups, and make sure you lift or you push reasonable amount of weight to not injure yourself. You don't want to retire with shoulder pain, knee pain, hip pain, or osteoarthritis and everything, right? And I see that all the time at our cardiovascular clinic. Young people in their 50s, in their 60s, who were former athletes, blah, 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 come with knee replacement. The guy is 55, 60, 65, already had a hip replacement, knee replacement. It's crazy. Having a knee replacement at the age of 65. How come, sir, you have this cane? Because I'm waiting for my knee surgery. I used to do this and that, and it's usually always high intensity sport, lifting weights, running, biking. Crazy the problems that you do to your joints and to your ligaments when you do sports at high level, right? Just look at Tiger Woods, right? The multimillionaire Tiger Woods. He had 20 spine surgeries, 20 ankle surgeries, because the body is not made to do this kind of sports at super high level. Look at Arnold Schwarzenegger, all these shoulder surgeries that he had, and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and blah, blah. Look at these former Olympians, former gymnastic stars. By the time they are 30, 40, 50, they had already 20 surgeries on their back, their hips, their knees, because your body is not made to be twisted like a pretzel. Your joints are just not made for that. Evolution or God, whichever you believe in, didn't create the human body to be twisted like a pretzel. Your joints were not created to be twisted like a pretzel by high-level gymnastic. Your brain wasn't created to be punched in the face all the time, or to play high-level football and be hit in the air by all these tacklings and stuff, right? Your heart wasn't created by God or by evolution to run a marathon. That's why all these people, whether young or older, they die, they collapse of sudden cardiac death every day. Just watch the news, because the body is not made. Your cardiovascular system was not created by God or by evolution to run 40 miles or to bike 40 miles. What is the point, right? So avoid high-level sport activities, unless, of course, you want to become a millionaire and become an Olympian and making your profession like Tiger Woods, who just is a multimillionaire, but the poor guy is constantly suffering of spinal. His spine, he cannot go to bed without taking painkillers. The guy, right? And you know that, right? He had 20 spinal surgeries already, and he's a young man. He's in his 40s, something like that. He cannot go to bed without taking painkiller. Every day he has to take painkillers for his spine, for his ankle, for his freaking shoulders, because it's just too much that the body can stand and that the body wasn't made for, right? I beg you guys, listen to Dr. B. Keep it reasonable. Do your aerobic. Of course, it's so important to be healthy like Dr. B, but also start or increase the amount of weight lifting and weight pushing that you do, so that as you age, not only you increase the muscle mass, but at least you can maintain your muscle mass and you will stay away. Every studies have proven that people with a higher muscle mass for the same age, elderly people starting the age of 50, do 10 times, 100 times better in terms of health outcomes than people who have lower amount of muscle mass. And I'm going to show you the results. Pay attention to this. Dr. B, 50 years young. Pay attention to this. I don't know if I ever showed you this. Look at this. Look. 50 years young. Look. It's no fat. No sagging skin. It's all freaking muscle, skin and bone. And I'm 50 years young. Same thing for My belly, my hips, my ass, my legs, I can run faster than a jaguar. Long distance I don't do. What's the point? There's no point. But regular aerobic, I can run faster than a jaguar. I have nice, beautiful, slender leg, all muscle, skin, and bone, right? Look. I'm going to age with a lot of muscle mass, right? Natural muscle mass. No steroid. Do not take steroid and growth hormone. You're going to kill yourself, right? Do not do that. Natural. Have high protein diet, right? Eat healthy food. Stay away from nasty processed food. Sleep good because you build muscle, right, at night. When you sleep, your growth hormone, natural growth hormone secreted by your pituitary gland goes up. That's when you build a lot of muscle, right? And of course, do your aerobic, weightlifting, weight pushing, sleep good, have low anxiety life, right? My work is low anxiety, zero stress at work. My home, my apartment, when I come from work, zero stress. So my cortisol hormone, the hormone of stress, is very low during the day. It spikes only in the morning, like everybody are healthy people, right? I sleep good, I have low stress, absolutely zero stress life. I sleep good, I eat good, healthy food, right? I'm on the keto diet, right? And I eat a little bit of calories, right? I never skip any meal. There's no point in skipping any meal. No scientific evidence has proven that you need to fast, whether 12 hours, half a day, 1 day, 2 day, any scale. Absolutely pointless. But make sure that you eat healthy food. I posted videos about my diet and everything. I swear to God, it costs you $0 to age gracefully. God willing, you will stay away, just like Dr. B, from cancer, heart attack, stroke, liver failure, mental disorders, neurodegenerative diseases, Alzheimer, all these nasty disorders, heart failure, kidney failure, stroke, heart attack, blah, blah, blah. It costs $0. I swear to God. And God willing, we will age gracefully together and die in our sleep, in our bed, healthy at the age of 100. I graduated more than 30 years ago from medical school. I took the Hippocratic oath to never lie to you and to tell you not my opinion, but the scientific proof, the scientific evidence. Everything I tell you is not my opinion. It is the scientific evidence. I promise that I will never put my interest above yours. Your interest will be always above mine. And I promise I will never ever be a scammer, a quack, a fake doctor like all these people that I see online. I don't even know if they're a real doctor, but they say they're a doctor. I don't know. But after 2 minutes, after 30 seconds, clicking on their video, I know the guy is lying, he's a scammer. It's either disinformation or misinformation. Either the guy doesn't know what the cazzo he's talking about, or he knows and he's just openly lying. I don't understand it, but it's freedom of speech. But whatever the cazzo they want to do, it's just all about all these clicks and subscriptions and making money. Make sure you click on that link below, keep your credit card ready, and buy that tiny little things that I'm selling, that supplement. And I swear to God, you're gonna be 20 years younger. Your hair is gonna grow back from bald. You're gonna have a full set of hair, and your penis gonna get bigger, and your erection will get better than when you were 20. I swear to God, guys, stay away from these scammers. I am telling you that it's easy to do if you follow my advice, if you follow my video. I love you guys. Put your comments, your question down there. I will get back to you ASAP. And regardless of your gender, ethnicity, race, religion, politics, Democrat, Republican, Independent, white, black, Latino, Asian, any cazzo, male, female, anything in between, Buddhist, atheist, Christian, Muslim, Jewish, Hinduist, I don't give a cazzo. I love you because you're a human being, the same way I love medicine, and I will keep practicing medicine until I die. I will never retire, and I will keep working at our our beautiful cardiovascular clinic and seeing patients until I'm 100 years old, and I will keep teaching you how to stay healthy. Together we will age gracefully. I love you guys. Put your comment questions. I will get back to you as soon as I can. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.